Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. And today I'm in Luminar Neo, and that is because they just slipped out and snuck out a minor dot release update to Luminar Neo. It's now version 1.26.1, and I will be in Luminar today. If you take a look at the upper left-hand menu, click on Luminar Neo and click on Check for Updates, and it'll come up. And of course, I'm up to date because I've already updated it, but if not, you'll get an update here. So that's a free update available to users. And, you know, it's overall pretty minor, but there is, I feel stupid almost talking about this. There's one little minor thing that I'm ridiculously happy about. So they've done all the normal stuff in this update, right? They squashed some bugs, they improved performance, they increased stability, they added new camera support, all the stuff you expect in a dot release. But they also did a couple of other things that you may really take advantage of. The first one is the Gen AI tools are better, right? They're more accurate, they're more performant, and that sort of thing. In fairness, I'm not really a big Gen AI person, so I'm not really gonna do that, and I'm not really sure how to make a comparison because I did the update without doing any before kind of work. The other thing that they're talking about is that the AI assistant panel is now draggable and resizable. That's really cool. If you're using the AI assistant, you can move it around, resize it, and position it to where it makes the most sense for you in your workflow. I'm also not going to demo that, and the reason why is, of course, because I live in one of the 2 states in the US that don't allow that feature to be turned on. So I can't demo it. When it first came out and I had the beta, I had it for about a week. I was able to include it in a video, but since then I haven't had the tool. So if you live in Texas, and I think the other state is Washington, I can't remember, but anyway, if you live in Texas, sorry, I guess, same as me. But there's one other thing that I'm super excited about, and that's really what I want to talk about in this video, and I'm going to do that. So one of the things I've done in the past, and you may remember this from previous versions of Luminar, before Luminar Neo existed. It was, I think, in Luminar 4, but I can't remember exactly. But they used to allow you to create a custom workspace. And the workspace was basically your ability to put certain tools or filters in this workspace, and you could choose that workspace. So you could have a landscape workspace, you know, a portrait workspace, or whatever. They don't have that in Luminar, but they do have favorites. And so if you look on this right-hand side, what I've done in the past is add my favorite tools up here, so they're at the top of the stack. And of course, what that means to you is that you don't have to go searching through all these different categories to go look for a tool that you want. If you love it, you could just right-click on it and add to favorites. And when you did that in the past, what it would do is it would stick them up here, and it sticks them in this favorite category in the order in which they appeared in this stack. Well, that's not always great for my workflow. And so on a photo like this, I always start with Develop Raw. And because that came from the Essentials category and was the first tool, it defaulted to the top. So that's great. It's always been in the position that I want it to be in. And a photo like this, and this isn't a full edit, by the way, I'm just going to do a couple of things. You know, I'm going to play around a little bit like that. So that's what I do with Develop Raw. But for me, long time tool number 2 has been Super Contrast. You'll notice it's at the bottom of the stack, and that's because historically it's lived in Professional, so it was all the way at the bottom, so it showed up in the bottom of the stack. But it's a great tool, and so even though it's tool number 2 for me, it's at the bottom of my favorite stack because it was at the very bottom of the entire filter or tool stack. So, you know, you end up bouncing around in this favorites section quite a bit, right? And that's Super Contrast. Probably the third tool I would use would be Light Depth, right? One of my favorite tools. I talk about it in so many videos. And sometimes I don't use Super Contrast and I use this. Sometimes I'll use Super Contrast and not use this, but many times I use them together. And it's usually Develop Raw and then Super Contrast and then Light Depth, but not always. But Light Depth comes in really handy. It's incredibly powerful at controlling the light and giving me the ability to kind of customize the look of this photo, adjust the light, adjust the temperature, and the lighting in both the near and the far. And so you can see here, really big impact on the photo. So far I've used 3 tools, right? If you look at the edits menu, I've used Develop Raw, Super Contrast, and Light Depth. But in my favorites category, it was Develop up here, Super Contrast down there, and Light Depth in the middle. Well, here's the really minor, tiny thing that I'm super excited about, which is you can now, in favorites, drag these tools to a new position. So I can take Super Contrast and I can put it where it rightfully belongs. Same with light depth. I can put that where it rightfully belongs. Vignette, I don't use vignette in the middle of my stack. I use vignette at the very end, right? If you've been here before, you may know that I edit with 3 principles in mind: light, detail, color. Well, even though I had all these tools and favorites, they weren't in the order in which I would like to use them: light, detail, color. Well, now they can be. Detail is going to be up here. That's structure for me. Accent AI, I tend to use later in the edit because it's like a finishing touch kind of tool for me. So what I would do is come in and rearrange these tools in order to be in the order that I want them, which has got to be something more like that. So this is going to be light, 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 detail, and then some color tools, and then Accent AI toward the end of my edit, mystical occasionally, and vignette at the end. I'm super happy about this tiny, minor little change of just being able to rearrange those. But for me, it simplifies my workflow, keeps me in the flow of my workflow instead of bouncing from the first tool to the last tool to a tool in the middle to a tool back up here to down there below for color work. I can just go through and flow with my workflow the way I do it in real life and just follow that stack. And this is, again, super simple and super minor, but I absolutely love it. So that's what I'm excited about, this tiny little change. Gen AI, I mean, it's great that they have it, and it's great that it's updated and more accurate. Not something that I use a lot. AI Assistant, literally can't use, but all the other stuff, updates for performance and compatibility and all that, really cool. But this tiny little feature gives me so much happiness. If you haven't updated, do that update. Get your tools, just favorite the ones that you want. Remember, you just go down here to whichever tool it is, right-click and click Add to Favorites. And now you can rearrange them, put them in the order that you want to build your own custom workspace for the way you like to edit. I love the power and the control of this. That's it, my friends. Check out my free ebook all about editing in Luminar Neo at the link below. I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. Take care. Until next time. Adios.